In June of 2021, Zambia's Constitutional Court had ruled that the former president Edgar Lungu can stand for re-election in August of 2021, throwing out a second opposition challenge to his eligibility on the basis of the constitutional two-term limit. This witnessed a high level of debate, which saw the state counsel John Sangwa insist that President Lungu was not eligible despite the court's ruling that he was. Now that the former president lost the election, one would ask if the clause that brought debate still needs to be amended. Constitutional lawyer John Sangwa, when asked, had this to say.
When the president dies, automatically the vice president takes over, to save the remainder of the period that has been left by the incumbent president. So that issue is settled. It will never happen again. It is very, very clear. So the only challenge would be, for instance, if President Lungu wants to stand in 2026, then that will be an issue, because there is still this judgment which now tells him to say you're still qualified to stand.
And with regards to the law that gives power to the president to appoint people in high offices such as the Inspector General of Police, constitutional lawyers and others, Mr. Sangwa had this to say.
Sometimes you have seen Inspector General's police behaving like cadres during elections. But if, let's say, because the IG now has a personal interest in the outcome of the election, because that determines his fate, whether he continues in office or not. So if that is the case, it's something that is worth revisiting, to be able to, first of all, guarantee maybe the IG to give him security, some form of security of tenure, so that irrespective of the outcome of the election, he'll still remain in office.
And the lawyer says there is need to debate matters such as the law that allows the president to only appoint his cabinet from the elected members of parliament and not from the outside.
We can make a case that we need more people. We need to provide to broaden the base from which where he can choose members of his cabinet. That is another subject of conversation. If that's the way we want to go as a country, and there is national consensus on that, there is absolutely no harm in going that route.
And Mr. Sangwa says he was ready to go to prison if the Patriotic Front party had won the election, as he received several threats.
I think that's basically the scenario, because, I mean, some of us had even resigned to say if PF wins. Yeah. We're looking at jail. Yeah. I prepared myself. I planned for the worst case scenario. Yeah. I was ready for that.
Prudence Chota, reporting for Kamni TV News.